Hey, good afternoon.
Yeah, afternoon. Awesome afternoon to you, bro.
I can see you on the road.
Yeah, I had an impromptu appointment in the company, so I just have to quickly ensure that I
Listen,
meet up with it.
right, but that Facebook
Let,
kind of maybe
let me know if the lightning is good enough. Is this good for you?
getting better,
Let me see.
but not enough.
I'm trying to. Okay, very awesome.
Sadly,
The lightning is better this way, right?
yes,
Awesome, awesome. And it's so exciting to be here today.
yes.
Thank you very much.
Well,
Yeah.
I really appreciate your time. So we're going to get it started now. So I'm not going to tell the viewers, the participants, your story. I have to do preamble. Let me just give out what Era Africa is all about.
Good.
All right. Now,
Yeah.
Era is a platform we put together in order to see what we can do to develop challenges. I mean, potentials, low income communities. Okay. Now we see a lot of environmental communities and underserved communities. So we want to see what we can do in order to motivate them, inspire them to choose a goal and achieve something concrete. And one of the projects that we are using to achieve that is this two project teams. Team simply means this is my story. Now I want to use career story as a social impact to motivate and inspire teenagers to take a good decision to achieve something using their talent, their skills, their experience. And that's why we need people like you to share your career story from background to the present position you find yourself.
Okay, thank you very much. I really appreciate the vision. I appreciate you, especially my friend, Mr. Balogun Adewale. When you reach out, I was like, this is awesome when you share with me the goals and the mission of what actually drives you as an organization in Era Africa. And I was like, that is awesome because I've come to see that many people just believe that things happen overnight.
Of course.
Are you getting it? Like, if I have to look back from when I made the decision, I know there are a lot of things that we'll still be able to share today. But one thing I want everyone to know is the fact that when you understand how the journey goes, then you understand that you just need to go through the experience. And that is why when you read books, you are already getting experience of experienced people. And then when things happen along your way to the top, then you know how to handle them. That is the reason why you want to read books.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So in just 15 minutes, can you help us summarize your journey, even from family up to the present position? Because I know you are going to places. Share with us and you let me know you are advocating for freedom. And if there's anything
Yeah,
that can give you a lot of freedom, money should not be at the back. Am I right?
absolutely. Yeah, thank you very much. One of the things that I want people to know today here is this. I try to attend to a group of people I'm working with in Ghana, Accra, Ghana, just few minutes ago. I try to stay attend to activities, people that I'm working with here in Nigeria. And then right now I'm still on this interview because of one thing, and that is freedom.
Sure.
Now, if I'm working for someone else, I can't be doing this interview right here. When I look at my schedule, I gave someone my words and I said, this will be done for you today. And because I gave that word, I don't want to go back on that word, and that is why I am here. I would have said, oh, I already gave this person my word, and I have an interview as well coming up. If I have to just do everything together, this interview might meet me just anywhere. So when it comes to my background story, I want you guys to know this. For me, I have passed through a lot. And because I've passed through a lot, I want to ensure that people around me and my family and also people that believe in themselves, when they see how I go through things and I go through the process for them, then they will be able to have the way easier for them to walk in. Because I always believe since when I was young that people don't have to suffer, people don't have to live life the way they live.
Okay.
How when they have things already in place for them, it's gonna be amazing. Coming from a very young age, I lost my dad when I was very, very small, like in primary school,
Oh,
primary three precisely,
so,
and going through all of those. But there's one thing that I found, which is this. My mom actually decided to take care of four children because I have three other siblings and they are all ladies, amazing, beautiful women, ladies. And
that.
for us coming up, everybody went through the university. So growing up, I've always had the dream that I'm going to, I would like to have like a company, do something that 1 million people, if 1 million people in Nigeria can pay me 1 naira on a daily basis, then that will make me 1 million. And I can also remember when I was very young, those are the ideas, the memories I can remember from my younger age. I also remember that there was a time they were spending this money in Nigeria that has coal. I can't, it's vivid in my memory right now. Then there's another coins that have like quadrangle, I don't know,
Yeah.
like side. So I think I remember giving it out to going to my mom's purse after church and giving it out. So when I mentioned it to my mom, she was like, I was around maybe 3 years at that time. So, but one thing is this: when we are growing up, there are some memories, and for me, those memories were there, and they drove me all through life. I remember coming to Lagos after my secondary school days. After secondary school, I worked for 3 weeks in a boutique, and that's the only time I've ever worked for anyone in my life. 3 weeks in a Eddie boutique Eddie Bros boutique Akure, in Akure, Ondo State, because I came from Akure in Ondo State majorly. So in 2007, I came to Lagos for admission to school because I was very, very good in school. And eventually I gained admission. But before admission, between 2008, 2007 and 2008, I was trading, doing some trading, teaching family men how to trade Forex here in Lagos. And I was still in my team. But eventually I wrote entrance exam to Unilag, gained admission to Unilag to study physiology. Majorly it wasn't physiology at first, it was medicine, because then I wrote into two schools, Unilag, that's Lagos State University. I got admission to study medicine there. Then I also got admission to study physiology in Unilag. So, but for personal reasons, I decided, okay, I'm going to go to Unilag. Then from physiology, I can decide to further with medicine. Why did I make that decision? Because my mom is a nurse. So, when your mom is a nurse, you want to follow in that medical part. So I was going to follow in that same medical path. But there's this thing in me that I know I can always create things. Like I always think like an engineer. Like I break down, I open up things.
Same thing.
And but eventually I studied physiology, went to LUT, that's Lagos State University Teaching Hospital, College of Medicine, and graduated while in school was where my mindset to become an entrepreneur got fully fit. It was in my penultimate year, and my mom was in her 33rd year as a nurse. Then I called her and I said, Mom, I will do my project next year. I need to buy this VM4 laptop. It's 150,000 reais at that time. And I always have this for what I want. It's either I get it or I don't get it, any other thing else. If I don't get it, I'm getting more that is what I want. And I will go for it. It doesn't matter how long I have to wait. I will push until I have what I want. So then she told me that, there is no enough money. I'm paying back loan, and respect to her. She's an amazing woman. This woman took loan to support my studies because I did direct entry to Unilag. Cost about, I know I spent over 400,000 for everything back then. So, and she's just, so I understood then, I let go of that. But what I want is in my head and I will never give up. So eventually, one way or the other, God showed up. I won a scholarship, and that scholarship, they paid me 400,000. It's called Afghani scholarship. Paid me 400,000 as a student. I never bought any clothes. I never bought any material things. I bought my laptop, and I bought a laptop for my sibling, paid her school fees. Then the remaining one, I didn't buy anything for myself, but I knew that this laptop would be an investment. So I said to myself, when I asked my mom, I want to buy a laptop, and she said, there's no enough money, I'm paying back loan. That was the day I sat back and I started thinking. And I said, so you mean if I work for the government or I work for a company, 30 years down the line will come, and my children will say they want to buy something, and I will say there is not enough money. So I made decision that very day, and I said, I am never ever going to work for any company or any government. I'm not going to work for anyone. And I can tell you guys, I'm the fourth best student in my department, majorly, study physiology in Lutz. Like, awesome, if it's about grades, awesome. But I have never, ever, apart from the 3 weeks after secondary school, worked for any other person in my life. But thank God, I have had a lot of amazing success all through. We start from a decision throughout NYC, spending my all night as I prepare lecture notes for students, also prepare myself for the future after NYC. NYC is the service year for every graduate here in Nigeria. For people watching outside of Nigeria, it's a 1 year you have to serve your country. And I went after NYC, came across businesses that are taking me outside of Nigeria, gone outside of Nigeria, and several millions as well, majorly in business. But I actually had a time immediately after NYC, and this is where I want entrepreneurs listening to take notes right here. I had a time that in Lagos, after my NYC, I came to Lagos to finish up a program, which was telecom engineering. In fact, it was here in Ikeja. Right now I'm in Ikeja, not too far from here in Ikeja. And that program, I was studying telecom engineering. And as a result, when I finished, I decided to stay back in Lagos. But at the time, I could not afford to pay for my apartment. So there was no place to stay. And the person I was living with asked me he just came back one day and I have to leave the house. And I can tell you guys, I have to stay in the office for about a year. I was sleeping in the office for about a year. I have no place to stay, but eventually I moved to my own apartment in Surulere and travel out of the country. Many things has happened, amazing things. So I want you to know that there is a process, and this is where God has taken us today, and is still taking us to higher places as well.
Wow, discussion. Now, the first thing I need to ask you, I know along the way there is a lot of challenges, although you've already briefed some of it, but I want you to make a little emphasis on those challenges and how you overcome them to achieve your dreams.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. The number one, my goal dream that I've achieved on my bucket list, because I have a lot of dreams, like very, very scary ones. But I'll break them down. My number one goal is actually to achieve freedom and show other people how they can achieve freedom. Right now, I'm already helping lots of people, like over 20 countries right now all over the world. showing them exactly how to achieve freedom. But in 2017, I was able to have an amazing achievement on one of my bucket lists, and that is traveling out of the country. Before it happened, I was in a state whereby I always look up to people to do everything for me. Like I always look at, oh, this person is there. This person should be able to give me all this support. This person should be able to help me do this and that. Please, pardon for the noise in the background. So this person should be able to help me do this. But one day I sat down and I said to myself, I do not need anybody for me to achieve any goal, for me to achieve anything for myself. And I think that was the day ever changing for me. That if I can remember very well, that should be in 2015. That should be in 2015. After about a year as an entrepreneur. So I made that decision, and I can tell you guys, after making that decision, within 2 months, what I've been trying to achieve for like 9 months, I was able to achieve it in 2 months. I was able. What was that milestone? That was the very first, when it comes to the kind of company I operate, the kind of business I operate. For many people, they call it direct selling. Many people call it multi-level. For me, I call it connection marketing. Connection marketing. That is why I call it, because I don't see myself selling things to people. I see myself meeting amazing people all over the world. So, and I was able to achieve an amazing goal in the company that recognizes you all over the world, becoming among the 1% all over the world in the company. So that was the very first thing I achieved in life. But like they said, that your first million is the most difficult. And I want you guys to know that it's actually the most difficult, because achieving that is just like, wow. So you mean I can do this, and everything just start moving from there. It was as if it's now easy, because that very first one is the most difficult thing for people to scale to. So you push until you get a result, then you can move forward from that result you've gotten. Thank you very much.
I love that briefly. Now, another thing is that you've already passed through the educational system, I mean our academic educational system, and
yeah,
you have your own personal experience comparing to we went to school to learn, and what the real world, don't let me say the labor market alone, the real world, what the real world would really need for us to at least achieve something for ourselves in terms of both personal and career goals. Can you relate our educational system to the real world and the labor market? And what are your advice for the teenagers who are in the system already or about to enter that system? Hello?
Oh, yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, so for me, when it comes to the educational system, and I passed through the system, of course, down to university level. But one thing I've found is this: if an individual doesn't have a goal or a reason to do something, then you cannot be your best at what you do when you don't have a reason to do something. So when it comes to our educational system, I won't blame anyone, but we know that if you want in life, you don't need just education. You don't need just the world kind of education. The school system is very good, but that is not all you need. You need to also ensure that you're getting something for yourself. You're developing yourself for the future that lies ahead of you. There is this popular saying back then in school. They will say, when you pass through the school, you need to allow the school pass through you. So it's not just about you passing through the school. You must be working on your mind. Permit me to use this word, and that is my faith, which says that there must be a renewing of your mind.
Yeah.
If your mind is not renewed, you will still be the same person as yesterday. And the same person as of yesterday does not win today. So, because what works yesterday does not work today. So, if you just want to allow yourself just be in school and then cram and then have all the education, something is going to distinguish you outside of school. When you are in school, you can cram and get all the results, all the qualifications. You can have the best qualification. But if you don't develop your mind, you cannot bring productivity to your place of work. When I mean productivity, let me tell you, people who become the manager, the director, the top executive in organization, in companies, they are not the most intelligent in school. They are actually the people that have the most advanced or developed people skill. People skill. Because when you have people skill, you can put a group of people in a company together to help them produce more. And the owner of that company is looking for someone that can get the best out of his company and help the company become much more productive. So your people skill will help you to become much more productive, and that you don't get from textbooks. you get it from developing your mind. Are you getting it? You get it from not reading only your textbooks alone, but also constantly feeding your mind. So understand productivity is what makes you become relevant in life, but your grades is what makes you become relevant in school. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for doing justice to that. Now let's go further. I want us to look at entrepreneurship. Yeah, entrepreneurship. You know, there are different approaches, different principles guiding entrepreneurship. If someone wants to go into entrepreneurship, what advice can you give to such people? You know, some people believe starting from the scratch, just like your own situation, you never work for any company. You started your initiative, you just go into it and started, you know, hustling, making sure you achieve something for yourself. But there are some people, school of thought believe, I have to get an experience, I have to gather some money before I go into it. What is your experience like, and what advice can you give the example of someone to go into entrepreneurship, and what advantage, the disadvantage, the risk involved in lives?
Yeah, when it comes to entrepreneurship, from my own perspective, from my own story, and from my journey as well, I'm going to give this advice, and that is just ensure that you find someone that is achieving the kind of results you want to achieve, and let that person mentor you. The fastest way to go. But when it comes to entrepreneurship, don't wait until you find someone. Just start. Like, I'm just going to share this. When in 2014, after my NYC, I finished my NYC on the 6th of April, 2014. That's when I finished my NYC. And I immediately went to Ondo State. But during NYC, I was studying how to run an helicopter. Helicopter is snail farming. I was building that. Then I was also learning a lot of things, spending my NYC allowance to buy some materials on how to build companies online, how to build, because online was thriving. So I was buying courses from top producing people that were getting people results. I was buying their courses, so I was spending my nights to go through them, have my own journal where I'm writing those things out. And it's just so awesome. One of those persons I met then was Sheon Ogundele. You know, he's an amazing person. And then one Oluwasamin in Benin, in Nigeria. So I was able to eventually come across how to build a business around a platform called Fiverr. And going through that, I was generating income for myself in dollars. I was earning in dollars then. Back then, immediately after NYC, I was able to start earning something. Like every day earning dollars, like $5, $16, like that. But it didn't just happen. I have to just develop myself. I have to buy materials. I have to spend to know how should I go through this. So for people that are trying to start up for themselves, what I will say to you is this: you don't know how the end of your journey is going to be, but you already have the dream. So, and because you don't know what will happen 1 hour, in fact, 1 minute from now, all you need to do is maximize this very moment you have. Everything your hand finds doing, you just have to do it with the whole of your strength, of your power, in fact, the whole of your blood. You have to, that is all you need to do. And if you can do that, maximize every opportunity you have. The next opportunity will unfold. The next opportunity will unfold. The bigger ones will unfold until you get to that destination. But you want to have a very big dream, very, very big, that where you are now is a shame to where you want to be. So, but maximize this opportunity now so that you can move to the next phase. And that is what I've found for myself. Steve Jobs said something. He said, you cannot connect dots looking forward. You can only connect dots looking backward. So when you want to look at the footprint of your leg, you can only look back and see the footprint of your leg, how far you've come. But you cannot see footprint of your leg where you are going to. So that is my advice.
That's, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's another, but if I may ask you, although you told me you're advocating for freedom, do you have anything like a principle that guides you towards achieving your aims and objectives?
Wow. Yeah, that is something very, very, very important to me. I think I put that on my Facebook a very long time ago. It should be around 2010 or 2008 when I opened my Facebook account, and that is, whatsoever your hand finds to do, do it with the whole of your strength. That is my principle.
Wow.
That's my principle.
That's so brief. Whatever you can find to lay your hands on, make sure you do it to the best of your ability.
Absolutely.
Look at some things here. I want to quickly add some things. Okay. Now, we've already talked about digital technology. I know a lot of things come out of your discussion. In that discussion, it means you have, to some large extent, an experience of what digital technology can help when it comes to, decision making and achieving something reasonable on your career. It depends on career and what is really going on around the world presently. What can you advise people out there, the teenagers most especially, who are about to even get admission to university or are in the process already? What can you advise them concerning digital technology?
Yeah, my advice is this for people that are about technology. Now, technology can actually help you achieve your dream. At the same time, it can destroy your dream. That is one thing I want people to keep at the back of their mind. And I was just listening to one of the an amazing personnel just about 4 days ago, and he was saying that people don't have to, we cannot blame our phone, we cannot blame technology. And I'm not blaming technology here, but I'm just telling people that it can destroy or it can make your dream. How? It can do that to you if your mind is not developed.
Wow.
If your mind is not developed, technology can destroy your dream. If your mind is developed, technology can help you build your dream. Just like gun. You can use your gun to kill an animal in the bush, or you can pick up your gun and shoot another human being, right? So it's not about the gun, it's about what you do with the gun. So technology is amazing, like amazing. I'm telling you right now, I meet people that earn in millions of dollars all over the world, and I have direct dealings with them, and doing business with them, meeting them like almost every day. So technology is awesome. I've earned all of the income I've ever earned because it's only 3 weeks I've ever worked for someone. And all of the income I've earned apart from those 3 weeks has been because of technology, I must tell you.
Wow.
So that's it. Thank you very much.
That's the beautiful advice there. It can harm and it can make you. It's as simple as that. But for you to make you, according to what you said, you need to develop your intellectuals. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, beautiful. Now I know you don't have experience when it comes to the securing the job and employability of the thing. But is there anything you can is there anything you can tell we, the youths out there, the teenagers? We are going to school. One of the major aims and objectives of an average teenager going into the educational system is that after finishing the school, I need a good job. Is there anything you can say about that?
Yeah, the advice I will give is this: when you, as a student, like someone that is studying, and you want to work in a company, now before you see yourself as person that will be employable, and I have people I've given this advice to, and it's really helped them, and it really helped them. And this is it: before you see yourself like I can be employed in this organization, you need to ask yourself, if I'm the owner of this company, will I employ me? That is the question you need to ask yourself. And what I mean by that is this: you want to apply to a place for a job. Of course, you know that they need to buy your quality. They need to buy what you're telling them about yourself. So you need to present yourself, number one, as someone that can help move this company from where they are to another level. That's number one. Number two, you need to actually be someone that is developed enough. So if you know that you're going to have a job, then you need to always understand that, will I be able to actually have the qualification that will help this company move forward? So those are the things, and then you need to get to know what is the background of this company, what are the things they are lacking, who are their competitors. Start studying what are the things that will be relevant in this company, in the services they render in the next 2 years, 5 years. Start talking about those things even in your interview and say, from what I can see, this company produces, I don't know, plastic. And if we look at the plastic industry right now, this is what we have, this is what we have, this is what we have. But from some recent innovations that is coming to the industry, there is a research that is being done right now that in the next 1 year, 2 years, this is what will be in vogue in the industry. So you want to talk about things that will be coming up so that by the time 2 years come, that company can maximize on those things. Now, if you tell me about that and I'm interviewing you, I employ you right away because you're seeing into the future. You're not dragging us back into the olden times, right? Into the old times. So those are the kind of person that companies are looking for: visionary people that have visions for the future, not people that just think about how much can you pay me. No, we are going to pay you, but what vision do you have for us to move us forward? So that is my advice.
Wow, I love that advice. Now, let's run this up. But before I do that, is there anything you want us to know about your activity, your company? What are you into that at least people out where?
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you very much for that. Right now, I am, like I mentioned earlier on, I'm into connection marketing, and most people can call it network marketing, can call it MLM, can call it different names like that. But I don't see myself as marketing because I met with a mentor recently this year, 2020. And this mentor has helped over 5,000 people achieve financial freedom for themselves in his 33-year career. He has helped 60 people earn over $1 million US. He's in US. He's not in Africa. He's not. He's actually based in Lorraine, Montana. I can mention his name here. He's an amazing person. His name is Robert Hollis. And this guy will just take people from nothing, share with them great wisdom, and these people develop their mindset. Then show them a pathway of what to do, and these people start transforming their life. And I can tell you, when I met him, he made me understand that there are people that are always 1% in any industry. He said that is the people you want to become in any industry you are. And I can tell you, it does not matter if you are a doctor right now, you're listening to me. It does not matter if you are any profession whatsoever. It does not matter if you own your company. If you're not striving to be 1% in your industry, you will never have significant impact. Never. You will not have that. So you must strive to be 1%. And he said, to be that 1%, you need to do what 99% other people are not doing. And when he shared those wisdom with me, and I can tell you guys, I applied those wisdom within January this year, 2020, to this moment. I have organizations growing in over 20 countries, which I have never done before using the internet. So I'm into connection marketing. You can call it network marketing, but not the network marketing you know that people do. It's just the approach is different. The mode of operation of doing what I do is different, and it helps people going through a simple system, a simple step-by-step, achieve awesome result for themselves that has never experienced any result doing that line of business before. So that is exactly what I do.
I love the explain that the experience MLM is a little tough, but like you said, I always tell people as well, the approach you apply in whatever you are doing as much as legitimate matters a lot. I really appreciate that deep explanation. Now, let's talk about the last advice you can give an average teenagers and youth out there.
Okay, you said an advice I can give to an average teenager.
Exactly.
Okay, the advice I will give to an average teenager is this.
Concerning their achieving their career objective. Okay.
Okay, good. Yes. This is what the advice I will give to them. Choose your friends carefully, because the teenage period is where your life is on a pivot. For those of us that know what pivot is, like let's say this is my hand right now. You put a ruler on it, it can actually bend to the right. Sorry, like I told you guys, I'm actually not in my house because I work from home. So I'm actually somewhere right now. So like my hand right now, if you put a ruler on it, it can bend to this side or bend to this side. So that this point is called the pivot point. So, and that is when your life can actually bend to the right or to the left. So you need to be very careful at this time. Choose who you spend your time with. Choose who you listen to. Because people you are listening to, gradually, they are molding your mindset. And I can tell you, start thinking about what you like to do and start looking at people that are very good at those things you like to do. So start spending time to do those things so that you can become better and better. If any of us know who Tiger Woods is, Tiger Woods started very early in life to play golf. I think maybe around 7 or 8. I can't remember, but very, very young age. And by the time it comes, when he was around 20 years of age, he was beating people. He was just claiming tournament. Why? Because there's what is called the 10,000 rule. If you are reading a book called Outlier, it was written by I've forgotten the name of the author of Outlier. But he mentioned in that book that you have to spend 10,000 hours to become a genius, to become a master at anything. So any goal you have for yourself, you want to do, you want to become an entrepreneur, you want to become anything in life, you want to be very good at it, remember the 10,000 hours rule. So it's not going to happen overnight. That is why you want to start early, start reading books, start doing things that will help you achieve that very thing that you want. So that is it.
Also, according to
Thank you.
popular histories, you are so busy. I really appreciate the time and to see situation does not give us room for that right now. Any definitely we might likely need you as speaker or whatever we're doing, and I'm sure you're going to accept our invitation.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want you guys to know that I really appreciate being here. So for the viewers that are actually viewing us right now, probably on live or replay, apologies because I have to honor this interview. I have to be here today unfailingly. So and like I said in the beginning, I have to also honor my word for someone. So that is why I was caught up in the middle of transit. So I have to just find a way for me to be here. And so that's why you are seeing some lot of distraction. But one thing is this, everything is not going to be perfect. Like it's not perfect today. But what is much more important is what have you picked out of this? If you have listened to this, and if you apply the information you hear from here today, I can tell you, it can take you to places, help you achieve amazing results, amazing things in your life. But one thing you should never do is never ever give up on yourself. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, and see you some other time. I really appreciate your time. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Bye-bye.